Shalom, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Kadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, and brothers under our great millstone. Salutations to the Ophir elect. This is your brother Ayabanyami. I'm here to share another lesson. And the title of this lesson is America, Justice, and the Same. From the 70s on down, man, America has been a battleground, for Jake. First being brought here and, during the transatlantic slave trade, and during the emancipation where, they were able to sharecrop work. They were still, robbed. Life was still hard. They had the civil rights movement in the 70s, 60s, 70s. The drug epidemic in the 80s. Here we are in 2024, where the economy is going down. And Jake has always been subject to poverty, lesser housing, and the curses are shifting, into these Edomites. So I wouldn't play the whole video. I'm going to try and see if I can leave a link if it's not possible. Because I've tried to leave links, attach links, and for some reason I'm not able to do it. But as you can see by Best Documentary, America's Broken Dreams. So I'll show, the state, of these working class Edomites, man, that have to resort to a lesser or a lower form of, of living. The same things that Jake had to endure. So these things are happening, man. Our troubles are now their troubles. And in between, for commentary, I'll share a few scriptures and close it out. So here we go. Oh yeah, fair use, Best Documentary. My channel is not monetized. I'm not making any money from the documentary or the video. I am reacting to it. Alright, so I'll play a few seconds here and there, so this way I don't get a strike on my channel.
At night, they roam the streets of America, looking for a place to sleep.
Alright, so as you see, this is one particular Edomite woman and her 2 children, right? With the cost of living, rents and mortgages and stuff, they had to resort to living in their car, something I see a lot of Edomites doing. You understand? They may park in like a Wawa parking lot or Walmart parking lot with their SUV or their car, and you would see, most likely a man and his woman, Edomite man and woman, sleeping in the car, man. The car full of like clothes and different stuff,
The month we spent inside the American crisis, we met hundreds. The majority are from the...
Alright, so I'm going to go forward a little bit to this dude right here.
I'm Larry Dodson. I work for Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. I'm 52 years old and I live with my wife and 2 children in a motel room in Kissimmee, Florida, and I have 5 children.
Alright, so that's another Edomite. Same thing, man. They were once living a dream. The house, the children, the white picket fence, the dog, and now they have to live in these hotels. Because the shelters, the few that they have, they are overrun with a lot of people, and the conditions are not really all that safe. For women. But this particular interview, I wanted to this particular interview I wanted to show coming up next. I'm gonna play this for a few more seconds and then I'm gonna move on to the next one. Alright, so that's the dude catching the bus to work.
All right, folks, let's get settled in. This next game is Four Corners.
Okay.
Since then, he has rented a room and managed a large customer service department. He lost his job and then his house. Since then, he has rented a room in one of the motels along the highway to Disney World.
Alright, so one $50 a week he is paying to rent out the the hotel. This is in Florida, where you don't really get the cold temperatures as you would in the northeast and the northwest and the midwest portion of this country, and so they get away to a certain degree weather-wise. Right, so can you imagine something like this happening in the northwest, midwest, Chicago, Washington State, up there, or in the northeast, New York, you know what I mean? So if it's bad down there in the south, in Florida and California, how much more, homelessness that is going on in the northern part of this country. Alright, so I'm gonna jump forward to let's see, not here. This is the clerk for the hotel that they are staying in. That
About 2,000 a week. You should.
4 times what she is currently getting a week. And every week she has to evict customers that haven't paid their rent.
Even in a hotel right now, it's hard for people to pay their rent. With the economy the way it is, and then companies don't want to pay you nothing but minimum wage. It's not easy.
And there you go. And the pay for these CEOs have went up exponentially, but they don't want to pay the people that work under them. The supervisors, the workers. And that is where the struggle is. The struggle is with the working class people. I'm gonna jump up to a little bit more. Alright.
He's been here a year and a half. This one, a little over a year and a half. So there's no more rooms.
These are people that actually stayed in the hotel for that long. You understand? So it was a tourist attraction. But then when the economy went down, they turned it from a tour, from where the tourists would come to visit Walt Disney, they would stay there. So now a lot of, families that are not doing well have occupied, the hotel. Now, where they are staying months or years at that particular hotel, paying that $149 rate per week. Jump forward a little bit. Alright, this is another family here. Another Edomite family that's staying at the hotel.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am.
My name is Terry. I'm 42 years old. I'm a consultant for a resort in Orlando. I've lived with my wife and 6 children at this motel for a little over 2 years now.
Yeah, so for 2 years that he has stayed at that hotel, with his wife and their children. So the first portion of scripture I want to share is in the book of Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter. and the 7th verse says, "And the Most High thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee." So the curses that happen to us, the poverty, the separation, from our family, being robbed of our gain, of our, income, losing income, not being able to live a certain, place. These things are happening unto them. Even their own people are thumbing their nose up at them, the way they used to do and still do to some day in great numbers back then. Especially, when we go to look for work. You know what I'm saying? Really, when you go to look for work, it's like you're begging, especially in a time like now. You know what I'm saying? You're begging, to be fed, man. You know what I'm saying? And mentally, it's not really a good, situation. But they are going through it, man. The same thing Judah went through when he came over here. They are going through it too, as well. Let's see if I can get back into the video. Boom, 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 boom.
As these are not mandatory in the United States.
There's a part I wanted to show, what he said, which is script.
Forced to sell his car because he couldn't afford to pay for petrol or insurance. To and from work. Months ago, when Terry managed to find a part-time job in a hotel complex for $8 an hour. Forced to sell his car because he couldn't afford to pay for petrol or insurance, he now takes the bus to and from work.
I've definitely seen both sides of the spectrum.
And that's a situation I'm warning, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, he had to sell his car because he couldn't pay for the gas or the insurance. And a lot of people are going through that right now. Right now, we are in the time of great car repossessions. Right? People can't pay that $600, $700, $800, $900 a month car note. You understand? With the repairs, car repairs have went up a lot. You know what I mean? The insurance has went up, interest rates has went up. So people are looking to buy lesser cars, and even the used cars are a lot of money nowadays. All right, quick, I'm gonna visit Proverbs, which this scripture will be coming out a lot in these last days. Chapter 29 and verse 2, it says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn." And this administration is not doing anything for the working class, of the people. The wicked is in relationship. Look at what they are doing. They see people living the way that they are, and they are causing the economy, through their spending. They are causing the rates, the interest rates to go up. The inflation is going up because of all the money that is being printed, spent, and sent around the world. Meanwhile, the working class is living in poverty, and they are doing nothing. And more of these things are going to come upon, the Edomites, because they hate us. I read that in Deuteronomy 30 and 7. The Most High is going to bring the curses upon them that hate and persecute us, Yeah, so these things is going to continue to wrap up. I'm going to go back into the video.
Spectrum. We had a boat to water ski. We went skiing, went on vacations. It was consumerism at its finest. I guess the 1950s stereotype of America. The white picket fence, mom and dad. We grew up, you had the same job, you worked there all your life, you retired, they took care of you. Those days are gone.
That's true. And you see, Just like the previous dude, he is taking the bus to and fro as well, and he's correct. Those days are gone. Those days of working one particular job for 30, 35 years, and then getting what's that, a retirement or pension. You know what I'm saying? Them days are gone, man. He said he lived the middle class life. You know what I'm saying? The white picket fence, the family, the kids, children, the dog. Now it's all gone. You understand? And this situation would be the case for many of you Jakes, especially you women. You understand? In the time of Jacob's trouble, a lot of y'all is going to be hard and consumed by these things, man. Now he still remember the good times a little bit, but we coming into a time where it would be so terrible that y'all would not remember, you know what I'm saying, that sweet time, man. You're, in time of famine and starvation, you're gonna forget what a ice cream cone tastes like, or a vanilla ice cream tastes like, or a piece of chocolate or sponge cake tastes like, man. And I'm gonna grab that in the book of thing in Sirach, chapter 11, and verse 25. It says, in the day of prosperity there's a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction there's no remembrance of prosperity. So even though he, like he said, he went golfing and all of that, even though, he did golfing, actually being in the essence of that situation, there's still a forgetfulness there. You understand? And once if the Lord will, if the Lord allow him to bounce back to work, where he was before, there will be a forgetfulness of the affliction that he's going through right now. So those good times, although he, he could recall it, that the essence of actually being excited in that situation, that mood is gone. That time is gone from him. Let's go back into the video. Alright, so he is catching the bus. Alright. Let's see, I want to jump to so these Edomite families are going through it, man.
1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we've been in our car for 4 months here in San Diego. I'm Amber. I'm 21. I live in San Diego, California. I have 2 beautiful children, 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we've been in our car for 4 months here in San Diego.
Now with this particular family, they are a young couple. The boyfriend or the husband, he went across the country to look for work because he couldn't find any employment in Florida, right? So he would take any odd jobs, cutting grass, building fences, and stuff like that, to send money back for, to help his wife and his 2 children that he just saw there, to help them until he could get back together, with them in Florida. And just goes to show that since these Edomites are suffering the way that they are, this government, this society, they have no vision for these people. And I'll grab that in same Proverbs 29, but I'm gonna hit I think it's 18 or 19. Yeah, It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So like here, the elect of this time, they are happy even though they are going through their different testings and trials. They are happy because they have faith. Remember the scriptures say, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of their time. Right? That wisdom and knowledge, that stability comes from hearing and receiving this word, man. You understand? Whereas a lot of people is going to hear it and not that is not of the elect. They're going to hear it, but they won't receive it. Right? Because it is not in them to receive it. Those that hear and hearken unto the word from the foundations of the earth, the Most High have chosen them, right, to be stewards and followers of the law. So there's no vision for the people in the society, so they would perish. And this is what the elite of the society want to bring upon every man, woman, and child. They want people to be desperate. Now, we are still, even though the economy is bad, you know what I'm saying, you could still, work. Groceries are somewhat attainable, so on and so forth. You understand? But really, people are one sickness away from being in a homeless situation like that. And this is why, let's get to thank Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for giving you that daily bread, for having mercy upon you. Because living homeless, living in your car below a bridge is not an easy task. Let's go back into the video. Family here, right? No. The guy, he had a let's see if I can fast forward. So that's the guy I was talking about, with the young couple. He had to move across country to do a different work, and
in a hotel in Las Vegas. Today he repairs fences, going from farm to farm for 10 hours a day.
See, that is what Ishaka used to do, man. So these Edomites have been brought down low, and yet still, they live in pride. The ones that still have a so-called job and living in these cities, especially these women, man. So we're gonna see the Most High he beat that pride down from these people. See if I could fast forward a little bit more. Alright, so that is him, working there.
You gonna let me talk to my baby girl here in a second?
Yeah, you can talk to me.
Katie. Hey, baby.
So that's his living situation in the state, where he lived in. And this is him visiting the family. So the same thing, we went through, they're going through it now, man. Most are shifting, the curses upon them.
Yeah, just to stay motivated.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I think the girls are resting. Cassidy was sleeping or something. And then Amber's over there. Oh, no, they're up now. Yeah, they're up. Hey, girl!
Alright, so that's him, coming home to visit his family. But these people are miserable, man. Scriptures say, but miserable are they in the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. Let's see if I could get that. To be living in your car. Y'all could watch your whole video and y'all would see, man. I can't play because I don't want to too much. Cause I don't want to get a strike on the channel. But feel free to watch the entire video. So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13 and verse 10. It says, "But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope, who call them gods." Right? So a lot of people, they actually have like actual statues and gods that they pray to. But you could also put pride in the US dollar. You know what I'm saying? Prestige, wherever it is people hold a value here. But the US dollar, the pride in the US dollar is one of them. Right? Which are works of men's hands, gold and silver, to shew art in, and resemblances of beasts, and a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand. So especially these are the nation, these East Indians, these Japanese, these Chinese, they have these stone and wooden structures. The East Indians, they have statues of four-armed deities, monkeys, apes, that they worship to. All these things are nothing. They are good for nothing. You understand? And for the Edomite, they worship, their god is their money, wealth, the gun. You understand? In things that are not living, not in dead things. But we worship living power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright. I'm going to finish off the video. Alright, so that is a dude he visited his family, right? But check out what is about to happen now. So the same thing we go through as men, Jake men in the society and the family as a whole, the same things they are going through. So let's see. Come up a little bit.
California, and we continued to struggle for a little bit, but we got our minds right, got on the right track, and here we are today. Hopefully everything will still be great when we tell them. Run! Heading no!
After this reunion, Daniel went back to Kentucky for work. 1 month later, he sent us some great news. Amber and the girls.
Alright, so he went back to Kentucky for work. We'll check this out.
Work.
Get it as close as possible.
Into America in crisis. And then everything fell apart.
A 39-year-old Bourbon County man who police say was brutally attacked by a man with a hatchet last night has died.
The man police have charged with the brutal attack is Daniel Carter. He told LEX18 he was acting in self-defense.
Daniel says that one night a man who lived in another caravan near his came at him with a post and attacked him. He maintains that the man was drunk and ready to kill him. Daniel took a hatchet and fatally struck the other man. According to Daniel, it was the only way to save his life.
Alright, so he went to jail for striking the other dude, with the hatchet, man. You know what I'm saying? So one problem after another. So and these things are worse for Jake. So, but in his situation anyway, he lost his job and stuff. Florida, he had to move into his vehicle right? With his woman and their children. It was hard in that situation, so he had to flee into another state to find work, leaving his wife and his children in another state, you know what I mean, pretty much to fend for themselves and work things out as best as they can while he worked elsewhere for money. And you all see he was doing log work, fence work, cutting grass or whatever, and you know, trying to make things right for their families, for his family. You know, he was caught, you know, in a crime. It looked like self-defense, but you know how it is. But same thing with Jake, man. Jake came over here, went through slavery, you know, was released, was robbed, their towns burned down, their churches burned down. You know what I'm saying? Anything that they had was stolen due to envy and jealousy, you know, when they work hard. So manifold problems, man. And I'll close with the book of Amos, the 5th chapter. Let's move that. The 5th chapter and the 19th verse. It says, woe, verse 18, I'm reading from verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. So the day of the Lord would be manifold problems unto the wicked. You understand? But in these times, these people are going through those manifold problems. They can't get a break. Just as how, you know, Judah came over here and didn't get a break. Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim didn't get a break. So the Most High is shifting the curses as per Deuteronomy 30:7 upon these people. You understand? So repent, because the day of the Lord is at hand. We're going to need as much spiritual help that we could get, right? Do not put your trust in Babylon, America. America just isn't the same. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is on his way. Until the next time, Shalom.